Hello YouTubers, the Flying Ross here, bringing you a B-24, absolutely gorgeous aircraft. I love bombers. I wish I could fly them more. I wish they made sense more. This is probably going to be a really short video because more than likely I'm going to die. And it's not that I'm going to die because I don't have the skill, it's because really you don't have too many options here as a bomber. So your option one is to bomb strategic points. So as you can see, an E-11, an F-13, and FE-16, there's bombing points. Now bombing points can, you can destroy with your bombs. I have 8 1,000-pound bombs, and this game, at least I have some cloud cover. Now cloud cover for bombers though is both an advantage and a disadvantage. Advantage is because if the fighters are above you, they can actually see you and you cannot. So you will have a lot of times fighters pouncing down on you within like 6.6 of a kilometer, 600 meters, and your gunners can't do anything. They can't track fast enough, and then you don't get enough warning because they're already firing on you by the time like you even realize it. So first things first is damage model of B-24s, and really damage model, well, let's just talk about the B-24 right now. Damage model is just ridiculous. Ridiculous in the sense it takes no damage. It takes a little bit of damage and it will either rip off your entire wing, or it will put you into a complete nosedive, or it will put you into a constant lean. Bombers in World War II were designed with one thing in mind, other than fuel and bombing load and the distance it can travel. The second thing was the amount of armament it can have, and you can see it has lots of 50 cals. The next thing, it was how much damage it can sustain. Bombers were designed with the idea that it would sustain damage from flak or from fighters and then still be responsible for getting home. B-17s were famous for coming back with 70% of their horizontal or vertical stabilizers gone. You know, most of their wing, actually the center of the wing being gone, and they were still able to control it and fly it. In this here in this damage model, you take one bullet to the left wing or right wing, you'll be in a constant lean to turn to that side. Second, the next thing, I guess, because I don't know how many points I actually made so far. The next thing is altitude. Bombers are started at 2,900 meters, 3,000 meters. That is 9,000 feet. The lowest bombing altitude of any American bombing formation was 16,000 feet. That was like the minimum, like the acceptable bombing altitude. Now, most of them were taking place at 24 to 26,000 feet. So you're talking about, okay, let's say we're started at the minimum of 12,000. That's 5,000 meters. Great. That's where almost all fighters have to climb to be in this game, to be a decisive advantage over their enemies. Everyone climbs to around 5,000 meters, but it takes them between 4 and 5 minutes to actually get to that altitude because they're starting from base. They're starting from ground level. Bombers, in realistic, we wouldn't be coming into the battle at 3,000 feet. If we were already flying into battle, we would be at altitude. Our escorts would be climbing to meet us because we're slower and bigger and fatter. Yeah. So bombers should be started minimum, in my opinion, minimum at 5,000 meters, just to start off. Especially with a B-24 like this, it climbs at a ridiculously small increment of 5 meters per second. And realistically, what I would like to see is us really started at, like, I would say 6,000 meters. It's not the operation ceiling for the B-24 or the B-17, and B-17 I think has an operational ceiling of 11,000. Oh, see, there we go. Oh, look, you see, that's that small one. I can't even see. There he is. Okay. I'm smoking. I'm smoking again. And one shot from a D12. Boom, exploded. My gunners are dead, nothing. So that's it. I didn't even make the bombing point. I was just shy of it. And that's your huge disadvantage of B-24s, bombers as a whole. You're taking out very expensive aircraft to possibly get nothing, and this is nothing. Your defense is not that great for the amount of damage that you can sustain. I mean, he took out my gunner and was able, that D12 just literally sat right behind me, fired once, and my entire tail section just exploded. And don't let anyone fool you. A 20mm cannon did not have an explosion factor like that it literally just ripped your entire plane apart. Also, there was no fuel in the tail section. It was hollow. And it was hollow for a reason, is because the gunners were in there. The fuel was all carried in the wings. So, as always, this is the Flying Ross. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you don't, you know, I'm sorry. If you do, please hit that like button, subscribe, and please put your comments below. Like, I would actually like to create a discussion about bombers. It's not like we're going to change their mind, War Thunder's mind, Gaijin's mind about this. You know, over a year ago, I did a huge forum post on, you know, bombers as a whole. It was mostly ignored. I mean, it got a lot of community response, but it did not get any kind of response from there. So, as always, I'm the Flying Ross, and I'll check you guys later.